Hey everyone, welcome back. Gotta get it out. Move the bonus disc to the side. Um, as you can read from the title, I am gonna be reviewing One Missed Call 2. But here's the thing: look at the cover for One Missed Call 1, and look at that. Doesn't that look like Mamiko? Well, it's not. It's the new villain, Lily. Um, who's better at being a villain? I'd probably have to say Mamiko, just because I think she's creepier. Even though Lily has a sewn mouth. But anyways, uh, before I get into the actual review, my buddy Horror Squad was talking, not talking, but he commented on my video of the review of the first one. And I recommend all three movies to you, buddy. The third one's the best, the first one's the second best, and the second movie is the third best. All three movies are great, and all three movies deserve high rankings in my eyes. So, anyways, if you love disturbing stuff, and I'm talking about some dark storylines, I think you'll really enjoy it. Um, Sometimes the dialogue can be laughable on the dubbed version, just from the delivery and everything, but other than that, I think you'll have a swell time with it. He liked the remake, so finally, I'm not alone on liking the remake. Finally, somebody out there actually likes it, other than me. So, anyways, uh, this film picks up a couple months after the first film. Yumi has gone missing. She was possessed by Mamiko at the end of the first one. Spoiler. Well, if you're gonna see this one, you're gonna get spoiled. The the ending spoiled from the first one because it continues a couple months after. So, anyways, and this also gives the first movie's ending a slap in the face. I should have added a smack effect, but okay. But anyways, I don't have sound effect technology on my laptop. But anyways, uh, we've got this detective Takako Nazo, and we've got the detective from the first movie. I forget his name, and they're trying to track down the curse, which they think it's Mamiko, but we start off with a woman with an umbrella. We don't see her face, and many people assume it's Yumi, but I don't know. Um, we get introduced to our main character, Kayoko, not to be confused with Kayako from Ju-on, which, again, great film, but not as good as One Missed Call in my eyes personally. But anyways, uh, Kayoko is a kindergarten teacher, and she's sending all of the kids on home because school is out, and they she ends up sending this one little girl home to which the Kayoko think is the little girl's mother, but I'm like, man, shouldn't you at least check to make sure? But it doesn't play a big role in the movie anyways, because it's never said ever again out of the rest of the movie. And these movies are pretty lengthy too, so yeah, but they go by at a quick pace. So Kayoko is going to a restaurant where her boyfriend works, Naoto, who is our second main character, other than, we've got three main characters. So, anyways, uh, Naoto is working, and Kayoko's wearing this necklace. It looks really, cute, too. Uh, I wouldn't mind getting something like that for my girlfriend. Uh, if you're out there, baby, love you. But anyways, uh, what ends up happening is, uh, Mei Fang, who, we only see her in, like, two scenes. Her father doesn't like Mei Fang's boyfriend, and the father ends up taking the cell phone, and it ends up getting the death call. In this one, I think it's pretty cool. Uh, Not the ringtone, even though the ringtone is phenomenal. I wouldn't mind getting that ringtone if I ever do get a cell phone, but I highly doubt I'll ever get a cell phone. Too expensive, for me, anyways. But anyways, uh, the phone ends up ringing, the death tone, and Mei Fang's father picks it up. Uh, Moshashe, don't be calling my daughter, because he thinks it's her boyfriend. But anyways, what happens on the other end? Mei Fang is saying, "Dad, don't leave the gas on." And then you hear a big explosion and Mei Fang screaming, and her father's like, "Mei Fang, Mei Fang." And if anybody's wondering, it's spelled Meifeng. So, anyways, sorry I keep on saying so, anyways, but come on, you gotta give me some slack. It's early in the morning, but anyways, what ends up happening is uh, Mei Fang ends up coming through the door and saying, "I told you not to mess with my cell phone." And the father's like, "Mei Fang, are you alright? Why did you call your own cell phone?" And she's like, "What call? I didn't call my own cell phone." And then Mei Fang goes over to Kyoko and the rest of her friends, Madoka, uh, Kyoko, um, and I think there's one more person, but I can't really remember. But anyways, uh, if you get the call and somebody else answers it, the person who answered it ends up dying. So we fast forward a little bit. Um, Naoto is talking to Kyoko about, "I told you not to talk about what the necklace means. It's a secret. It's supposed to be our secret." And then she's like, "Oh, okay, sorry." But then we end up cutting to a scene. Naoto is asking if he can pretty much take a break to spend time with his girlfriend. Mei Fang's father doesn't answer, so Naoto goes in the back to find Mei Fang's father. Ends up finding him. His entire face has been burned. Well, the entire, it's either the right side or the left side of the face. But anyways, the the catch here is with Lily cursing people, instead of finding candy in the mouth, you find coal dust. And the rest of the movie is Detective Takako Nozo ends up asking all these questions to the friends and everybody else. Uh, did you hear this ringtone? And then she plays the ringtone, and they're like, yeah, that sounds about right. And Naoto and Takako end up going over to Madoka's house because she ends up getting the death call. And uh, contortionist scene coming up. Fun scene. Fun scene. I won't spoil it other than saying it's a contortionist scene. Again, I think they're the creepiest things ever. Bones should not bend like that. I'm just kidding, my double jointed friends. Like if you're double jointed, have fun with it. I'm not double jointed, so yeah. But we end up finding out that the cool dust is coming from Taiwan, and Takako has a ex-husband or ex-boyfriend that lives in Taiwan, and apparently uh, the curse has been going on for years, even before Mamiko, and uh, Takako, Kyoko, and Naoto all go to Taiwan because Kyoko gets the call. And in all three films, by the way, the main character gets the call last. Uh, so yeah. But do they die? Do they live? You'll have to see for yourself. But anyways, what happens is uh, they end up going to coal mining village to visit. Not they don't go to the coal mining village yet. Um, they end up stopping by Mamiko's grandmother. Yeah, uh, grandmother's hut. And what happens? They're talking and they're asking, "What was Mamiko like?" And here's really a sad scene. Like, it's not sad, it made me cry, but it was sad because, uh, man, bad or not, you shouldn't at least say this if it's your own flesh and blood. I mean, fuck it, who cares? But anyways, what she ends up saying is, uh, Mamiko was a creepy little thing. Uh, Even her mother regrets having her. And you, at the beginning, not beginning, but in the middle of the first one, when you get introduced to Mamiko's character through videos and everything, she seems like a nice girl, so yeah, she seems like, but if you see the movies, you know. But they end up going all the way to Mamiko's grandfather's house. And what happens is they find that Mamiko's grandfather got the call and died. Coal dust in his stomach and end of story. Rotted flesh. Pretty cool effect. See, you'll definitely enjoy it, Horror Squad. I recommend all three films, man. But if this sounds interesting to anybody else out there who likes Japanese horror and hasn't seen this, check it out. Mm. So what happens next? Uh, the acting, by the way, is just as good as the first. Uh, and you literally get a love story this time. Uh, but then we get to the coal mining village, and I'm gonna stop it talking about like every little detail in a little bit. So yeah, um, they end up going to the coal mining village, and they come across a blind woman. I forget her name though. Shimwei, Shimyai, one of the two. Shimmei. Sorry, my Japanese is horrible. But anyways, uh, she ends up talking about Lily, and Lily happened to have been be way before Mamiko, and Lily could pretty much tell who had this sickness that has been going through the village, and people think she's been cursing everybody. She's been bullied and everything, abused by her peers, and she ends up saying, "You will die in 3 days. You will die of this. You will die of that," and they end up dying in that fashion. But we don't see like them dying. We just hear the story. But anyways, the blind woman is the only one left, and she ends up saying uh, they killed Lily and stuffed her in a coal mine in a well. Well, really? The Ring? Not a big fan of The Ring, but I know a lot of people are, so don't take offense to that. Ringu is just not my kind of Japanese film. But anyways, I've gotta stop saying that. Hopefully I'm not annoying everybody. But what ends up happening, uh, they kill Lily, and I'm not spoiling anything here. They kill Lily, sew her mouth shut, so she can never foretell uh, another premonition. But ding 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 ding, you already know. Lily comes back and just having fun, cursing people left and right, cell phone this, cell phone that, kills the entire village. Again, we hear it through the story. And then we finally get to the coal mine itself. And that's where I'll stop talking about it. Because we spend a lot of time in the coal mine part. So, and Mamiko makes a couple appearances in this movie, so fans of the first one will be really happy. A lot of people don't like this one. Like, I mean, this is not a series that not a whole lot of people like, but for those who do like the first one, there was backlash for this one. They were like, oh, it's not as good as the first one. It's not this, it's not that. It's too confusing. I didn't find it all that confusing. Uh, but what do I think of the overall storyline? Is it better? Is it bad? Is it on par? Is it good? I'd say for a sequel, it does a really good job with the story. It introduces some new things. We find out more backstory about the characters from the first movie. Um, and if you watch the deleted scenes, you get more information. Three deleted scenes, by the way, and I watched all three of them. The love story, I'm not into love stories, but man, this love story was at least believable. Uh, the ending was sad, though. And that's the thing, Horror Squad. All three of these movies have sad endings, but at the same time, good endings at the same time, if that makes sense. Good endings, but sad endings as well. But I'm not gonna say how they're sad or how they're good, but you'll have to see them for yourself, man. And again, Mamiko is a creepy, creepy girl. Uh, like she's out there when it comes to like, and she doesn't look demonic or anything. It's just her presence is really creepy. She holds out her hand, puts candies in the people's mouths after she kills them, and I'm like, ew, that's pretty creepy. It's a new take on a killer, uh, it being a little girl, uh, and I am not counting the Omen 4 as a killer girl flick. No, I'm just not, because ugh, that one's better than left, so not to talk about it. Trust me on that one. For those wanting to see the Omen 4, do not. I watched it once. My friends watched it. Mike watched it. Mike OCP. Matt watched it. Rambo Wrath of Life. All of us hated it. But this film deserves. All three of these films deserve more respect. And the time has come to rate it. I give it an 8 out of 10. I thought the film was awesome. Not as good as the first one, but it's a really solid sequel. And uh, what's coming next is my review of my favorite one Missed Call Final. Um, uh, which one do I recommend you see other than the third one, the first one or the second one? I prefer you see the first one and then get the second one because both films are great in their own ways. But anyways, that's my review over One Missed Call 2. I still think it should have a subtitle though, like One Missed Call 2, Lily's Revenge. One Missed Call 2, Lily Returns. One Missed Call, Lily. Like, the third one gets the title of Final, and it makes sense because it was the last One Missed Call movie, other than the remake and the TV show. Uh, but One Missed Call 2, and One Missed Call Final are all solid films. Uh, I can't say that about horror movies, uh, some horror movies, because I can't say that every film in the series was great. But with this film series, I thought every film was great. And these are not guilty pleasures of mine. The first two films are rated R. The first one is rated R for violence, disturbing images, and brief nudity. And One Missed Call 2 is rated R for violent content. If anybody's wondering what the second discs look like, uh, a close up of a phone for the first movie, close up of Lily from the second movie, and a close up of Pam or Asuka from the third movie. Pretty Woman, by the way. Pretty Woman. But anyways, 8 out of 10. Check it out, enjoy it, and most of all, have fun. So anyways, this is Psychopath1c signing off. Catch you later.